Our verse today is Jeremiah chapter 31, verse 33. But this is the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel after those days, declares the Lord. I will put my law within them, and I will write it on their hearts. I will be their God, and they shall be my people. Chapter 31 of Jeremiah speaks of a new covenant God will make with the house of Israel. The word berit, translated as covenant, is not just a contract in the modern sense of the word. It is a sacred bond between God and his people. God made different covenants with his people, beginning with Noah. But the covenant Jeremiah is talking about here is that which God made with the people of Israel when he gave them the law on Mount Sinai in the wilderness. You can read Exodus chapter 19 all the way to chapter 24. In that instance, the law was written on tablets of stone. The people were to learn, memorize, and observe the law faithfully that was given to them because they could read it on the tablets of stone. But the people continually broke the laws of the covenant. So Jeremiah tells the people that God will make a new covenant with the house of Israel in those days, unlike the covenant God made with their ancestors on the day he took them by the hand out of Egypt. So you see, that is a reference to the wilderness experience. The first point I'd like to highlight is that God will put his law within them. The Hebrew expression used here is bikrebam, that is within you. And this is contrasted with the frequent expression we hear in the Pentateuch. Natan livnehem, set before your face. Read Deuteronomy chapter 4 verse 18, 11 verse 32. So while the emphasis in the Pentateuch was more on what they could see, putting the law within them means they have to internalize the law. Similarly, in the Pentateuch, the law was written on stone tablets. Read Exodus 31 verse 18, Deuteronomy chapter 4 verse 13, and Deuteronomy chapter 10 verse 4. But that is now changed to writing it on their hearts. So there is a movement from the external observance to the internal. The heart left was not just the seat of the emotions. In biblical understanding, the heart was also the seat of thinking, reflection, and willing, that is, making decisions. Therefore, the people will be able to reflect on the law and act upon the law. The second point is that Israel will become God's people because they keep the law in their hearts. He says, I will be their God, and they shall be my people. Whenever Israel broke the covenant law, they severed the relationship with God. They cut themselves off from his love. But with the law written on their hearts, they can observe them. They will constantly remain in a good relationship with God. It is not enough for us to know the law, that is the 10 Commandments. It is most important to ponder them in our hearts and act upon them. The same applies to civil law. It is not enough to know the laws. We must commit to keeping the laws. Yes, sometimes we may break the laws because we are human beings, we are weak. If they have taken roots in our hearts, we can always show remorse for them and ask God for forgiveness or make up with people if we have offended them, if we have broken any laws that offend other people. So today, let us think about how we observe the laws, both the ones we consider as religious laws when we sin against God, and then the laws that are given to us for the common good. Lord, give us the grace to observe the laws, your commandments, and the civil laws that guide our common good. Amen. God bless you, and I wish you a lovely day.